You know, there are certain individuals who just bring us down. It's like being around them makes us feel unhappy, weak, worthless, and all that jazz. And it can get very confusing because there may be no conflict, only nice and friendly vibes. Biscuits, coffee, hugs, but you will still be feeling very lousy. It's like this invisible force. You cannot see it, but it's definitely there and it's harming you. And we all talk about toxic people, about how they spread negativity and how we all don't want to hang out with them. But while it's easy to tell if somebody else is toxic, it's not very easy to realize this about ourselves. So here's a checklist of 10 signs to tell if you're toxic or not. Do you ever feel like you're living someone else's life? Do you catch yourself being stuck in the survival mode when you wake up, go to work, come home and pass out, and you feel like your life is passing by when your true calling is something else, and you still can unlock a better life for yourself, but you just don't know how? In that case, trust me, try reading my book Wishcraft and follow its 5-week life-changing program. It is a blueprint built on spiritual practices, meditations, NLP and bath rituals designed to tap into your hidden potential. You will see how week by week your life transforms, and by week 5 your dreams will begin to materialize. And you don't have to buy the book up front to experience its magic, because I'm giving 1 chapter away for free for you to enjoy, follow, and see how much your life can change just in a week. The link is below this video. Don't miss out. Sign number 1, you blame others and never take responsibility. Someone else is always wrong and to blame. It isn't you who failed the exam, it's the education system that is stupid and impractical. It's not your fault that you submitted a report full of mistakes. It's the office that is too loud and is distracting you from numbers all the time. It is not you being mean to others. They ruined your mood because they didn't buy you the coffee that you liked, etc. The goal is to avoid responsibility and make somebody else guilty. Sign number 2, you get very easily offended. You're ready to get offended at anything or anyone at any time. You get very offensive, and if something doesn't go your way, you would be sitting there with a pout, looking very offended so other people feel guilty and apologize to you. And you do it because you enjoy to see other people moving really quickly around you. I had a client who was doing this to her husband all the time. She literally made this annoyed face every single time her husband walked through the door without a little something in his hand for her, and it worked. Until it did not. Sign number 3, everything is always bad for you. Absolutely everything, with everyone, in the past and in the present. All the time. Everything is always bad, and it's going to get worse in the future. And if someone dares to tell you that actually not everything is all that bad, you'll tell them that they just don't know everything. And you do this consciously or unconsciously to keep other people sad and worried, because it's easier to control someone who is anxious and sad. An anxious and sad person is always weaker. Sign number 4, you blame and criticize everything non-stop. Everything is always wrong and should be done differently. Your partner, friend, kid is sitting wrong, eating wrong, blinking wrong, etc. Say your partner brought you a sandwich for breakfast. You'll say it isn't a proper sandwich, and you'd rather eat yogurt and berries for breakfast. Organic, obviously. And too bad he didn't bring you those. And okay, even if you accept that mediocre sandwich, your partner will still be wrong, because that mediocre sandwich should have been handed to you with a happier face expression. You get the idea. If you do this, you are lowering other people's self-confidence and strip their self-esteem, because it's easier to control them when they are weaker, suppressed, and devalued. Sign number 5, you get very upset when things are going well for others. Someone else's positive events break your heart, and when people share their wins with you, you make them feel extremely guilty. Remember when you were no one and I was there with you? And now you are stuck up and telling me all of your flashy achievements. Remember, I invested so much in you, and without me, you would be in some dump for sure. The goal of such behavior is to make people ashamed that something good is happening to them, and to make them feel like they owe you everything. Sign number 6, You always gossip. You tell negative things about everyone to everyone behind their backs. And you follow one goal: to spread hostility, divide people, and conquer. Sign number 7, you lie. You misrepresent information, events, and present different interpretation. This massive man hit someone small. Well, he was provoked. It was self-defense. You do this to manipulate, confuse, and divide people. Again, to conquer everyone. Orwell's 1948 and Animal Farm books are great illustrations of that. Sign number 8, you over-dramatize everything. If something is bad, it's extremely bad. If something is good, it's absolutely amazing. The goal is to stir up people's emotions, destabilize them, and redirect all people's energy and attention to you. Sign number 9, you're always right. You get very aggressive when somebody gives you a pushback or questions your decisions. You do this to make people feel helpless, evoking Stockholm syndrome in them. It's a state where people think, well, I know that he or she is wrong, but if I disagree, I would have to spend a lot of energy fighting back, so I'll just say yes. Sign number 10, you are always a victim. You're always in sorrow. Someone always offended you. There's always a circumstance that affects you in one way or another, like a solar eclipse or something. Something bad is always happening to you. Like somebody offended you, didn't give you enough, didn't explain you enough, and treated you unfairly. And you complain about all of this to other people all the time, making them feel like they have to run and put out the fire in your garden. You expect them to run and rescue you immediately. Otherwise, they are heartless, selfish bastards. And this is it, everyone. If you're toxic, you know what to do. Stop, and the world will love you back. Until next time.